What's good, YouTube family? How's everybody doing tonight? I just want to make a quick video, real quick, because I haven't made a commentary video in a very long time about the Trump and Omarosa tensions and how I feel about the situation, what happened in the situation. Okay, so first thing is first, we have to be really honest. She finessed Omarosa, man. She finessed the hell out of Trump. She played the game well, and I respect that. And a lot of people play the game. I mean, everyone does. I mean, white women have played the game, white men have played the game, and the game is pretty much use both sides to get your interest out there. That's really what it is, and she understands it very well. And she used the same game that they use, and that's why they're irritated as hell. It's not because of she's a Republican or she's this or that, or they're just mad that somebody who's black finally knows how to play the game. And there's a lot of people that actually know how to play the game. And she's very smart for doing that. And people we're saying, oh, how is she this? She's not qualified, this and that. She is qualified. I mean, she has her master's degree in political science and a minor in communication. So she understands politics and she understands the art of communication. So that comes very much, they are very coexisting with each other, communications and political science. And she used both of her techniques hand in hand, and I respect that. It is what it is. And the attacks on her from both angles, for both sides of the political spectrum, is very interesting. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you're a conservative or if you're a liberal when you're called the N-word, because Trump called it the N-word. They don't call you a liberal nigger. They don't call you a conservative nigger. Let's be honest. I mean, look at how much politicians and leaders from both sides have been called many derogatory terms throughout the years. Obviously, Barack Obama, our president, I may not agree with everything he says, but he's been called all types of racial slurs. Let's see. The one guy, I think he used to be a senator in Georgia. I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. Mr. Allen West, he used to be in the military, but now he's a senator in Georgia. He was called all types of N-words. And I still think that all of the attacks on Twitter and stuff is really the reason why he's been very quiet now. And Ben Carson, I may not agree with him either, but he's been called the N-word too. But notice how I'm saying is they don't call you a conservative, the N-word, or the liberal N-word. They just call you the N-word. And that's what I'm saying. And these attacks are very personal. They're asking her, they were talking about where she grew up, her skin color, her political affiliation, the money she has, all the recordings and stuff. For the reason why they're doing that is because she's a woman. I mean, they think they obviously trying to get something out of her, like, oh, she's sensitive, she's that. They're trying to get her into emotions because they think subconsciously that a lot of women are emotional, and she's not buying into that, which is good. Another thing is that how, if you really think about it, she did the same thing which a lot of people have done. A lot of people have recorded stuff what was going on in the White House. I mean, remember what happened with Bill Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky girl? It was recorded. It was, and then they obviously had evidence about that. So I mean, it's the same reason. So I don't understand when somebody else does it, they get all mad and stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's recordings, and they're always in the White House. Other people are always in the White House. Let's say Kellyanne Conway. She's always in the White House. I'm sure she has recordings too. Let's be honest. Who else? Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And she might have a lot more corruption on her hands too. Just like every other person in that White House. Because to be honest, whoever you bring in that White House will become corrupt. I mean, look at what happened prior to Trump. Oh, Obama, Bush, Bill Clinton, H.W., and so on and so forth. Likewise. But anyways, another thing I'm worried about is once Trump might get Trump impeached, to be honest. But another thing is, if he gets impeached and we're going to bring somebody, who's going to come inside the White House as president? the vice president, because that's how the system works in America, and that is Mike Pence. And I really don't want Mike Pence to be president. I mean, Trump ain't perfect. Trump is. I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm not really a fan of most presidents in general. I mean, I am a libertarian, but that's another topic for another day. I'll talk about my political affiliation some other time, but we'll talk about this particular story. So, anyways, what will happen is Mike Pence will take over, because that's what happens. And when he takes over, all hell will break loose. Mike Pence is much more unstable than Trump or any president. As a matter of fact, it's only gonna get worse. So I mean, I am glad that Omarosa was used finesse the hell out of Trump. I mean, she played both sides. She worked with Bill Clinton back in the '90s, and now she's working with Trump again, with Trump from 2017 to 2018. And I mean, she used to work with him back in The Apprentice too. She used to be friends with him. I mean, it's not like she fell off as him. She knew him for a long time. She knew him for a very long time. Yeah. It makes it sound like she knew him like last year and stuff. Nah, they knew each other for hella long time. And Trump knows it, and they both know it. We all know it. Well, the people that have been aware of what's going on, been knowing it. So yeah. But overall though, like, it's just like, it was kind of obvious, and I'm sure he's called her that so many times. Like, let's be honest. I mean, if he said it once and that was recorded, I'm sure he called her that during The Apprentice, and then prior to that, and people were saying, "Oh, she's a coon for always getting money and stuff." No, actually, no. She was supposed to get the money and stuff. She rebuilt some stuff for Youngstown. I mean, she didn't do that much, but it is what it is. I mean, don't be going around saying she's a coon. So you're just like the liberals and the conservatives that are attacking her. So it makes you hypocritical. And a lot of other cultures don't really like throw somebody out in the woods like that the way we do, unfortunately. Like, a lot of groups, like even the liberal or conservative, they always stay on code. So I mean, I'm not saying to, like, just if someone's in the wrong or something, not to call them out because they're the same race as you, but I'm saying is when they're obviously hurt, something bad's happening, then stand up for them, you know? Like, it's like, just stay, because other groups don't do that. I mean, white liberals and white conservatives, they fight all the time, but I mean, if you attack one conservative, if you attack one liberal, look what happens. They come as a group and they attack back at you. They clap back. That's the same with Arabs. That's the same with other groups as well. So I mean, you gotta do the same thing from time to time. I'm not saying always do that, but yeah, just do it when stuff like this is this drastic, you know. And people have always been saying about how she's been getting money from Trump and she's been kissing Trump's butt, but okay, if that's the case, then most celebrities have been kissing Trump's ass for a long time. If you want to play that game, I mean, Snoop Dogg has. I mean, a lot of people have from both sides, left wing celebrities, left wing politicians, right wing politicians. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can't get mad at her hustle. She finessed and hustled. I mean, she did what she did. I mean, she did gain some benefits from both sides. I mean, she just learned which side would be beneficial. She tried and tried and tried. I mean, because you got to understand, I mean, Obama didn't give a shit. I mean, I hate to say it, but he didn't give us anything. She tried to see, all right, let me just switch up a little bit and let's see what I can get with this man. Or not with this man, with this party. Fortunately, not a lot as well. I mean, a little bit, probably maybe a little bit here, but I mean, still. I mean, it's still not as much, but I mean, that's how you do it. Just play both sides, see which one will work, And I mean, just be open minded. I mean, that's what she did. She literally just became open minded and she finessed both sides. And they're attacking her personally because like I said again, she's a black woman and she's a woman, and that they want her to get all emotional stuff. Because I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna be lying and saying that there's difference tolerance between the genders. There is. It's the truth. For example, men and women, we we tend to have less. We tend to have less sensitivity when we're attacked constantly. Some women, when they're constantly attacked like this, they kind of like, some women break down and stuff. But I'm not being, I'm not trying to say something bad. It's just from observations and I mean just in general. And I'm glad that she's not. She stood her foot down and she did what she did. And a lot of the people that attack her from CNN and Fox, a lot of them are just jealous. Like Simone Sanders, obviously, she's very jealous of Omarosa. And I mean, it's foolish. I mean, you should have just literally, like, when she was called all that, you should be like, hey, Trump, that's not right. And okay, let's put politics aside. This is wrong and stuff. But we don't do that. I mean, we attack each other and then we let other people laugh at it. I mean, it's just it's ridiculous. I mean, this could have been privately. Whatever you had disagreements with Omarosa, you could have done that privately. That's like what I said earlier about Allen West and Ben Carson. I mean, I may not agree with them, and that's same with Obama too. But I'm not gonna let Allen West and Ben Carson and Obama and them be thrown to the dust when shit gets rough. For them. I mean, I will discuss what I don't like and dislike privately, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna put them on full blast and stuff. And that's how I feel, everyone. Anyways, have a good rest of your night. God bless, and yeah, just like I said earlier, just be open minded. Try to play through both the sides and just learn about everything about politics so you can build a stronger community, stronger family unit. Make connections. Understand about your jurisdiction and how things work in your country, in your city, in your community, and a lot of things will be a lot more better. Anyways, God bless everyone. Have a good night.